Welcome to United Consciousness, where one consciousness, one being, is more than just a belief. It's a movement, a global initiative that unites us all in the pursuit of peace, spiritual wisdom, and universal happiness. It's a global mission that's touching life across continents. If you have ever felt the need for connection, spiritual guidance, or just a sense of belonging, you are in the right place. Welcome to United Consciousness. United Consciousness is not just an organization. It's a living, breathing community dedicated to enhance the holistic well-being of over 3 lakh individuals worldwide. Our mission is simple yet profound. One consciousness, one being. We believe that by connecting with our higher selves and each other, we can live lives filled with purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. Together, we are building a global community that shares this vision, helping each other unlock our full potential. With the presence in over 100 countries, including Switzerland, Canada, Australia, Japan, etc., United Consciousness is here to help you thrive in this complex world. So why wait? Join us on this transformative journey. Let's create a world where peace and happiness are not just a distant ideal, but a tangible reality we can all experience here and now.
Namaste, everybody. On behalf of European Yoga Federation and United Consciousness, Yoga Lam, SKYTA South Korea, and SKYTA South Korea, and Siddhashram Turkey, I, Dr. Vikrant Singh Tomar, welcome all of you. May I request President of European Yoga Federation, Swami Amrit Suryananda ji, Swami Suryananda Saraswati ji, to kindly bless us with his words of wisdom before we officially start this panel discussion. Swami ji, most welcome. Swami Suryananda Saraswati ji.
Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May health be for all. May peace be for all. May fulfillment be for all. May well-being be for all. Thank you, Dr. Vikrant, for offering us these enlightening opportunities. I hope that the words of the Master present may enlighten the minds of those who listen. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Thank you very much, Swamiji. And today, in this panel discussion, the topic is Yoga for Stress and Anxiety Management, Yogic Tools for the Urban Mind. European Yoga Federation is a leading yoga federation across the continent of Europe, with their national representatives across the continent. We have today panelists from Russia. We welcome Andrey Lobanov. Namaste, Yulia. Most welcome to you also. Yulia will be translating Andrey in today's discussion. We have Aryong Choi from South Korea, founder and president of SKYTA. Most welcome, Aryong ji. We have Madam Lourdes, co-founder Siddhashram Turkey. Most welcome, Madam Lourdes. We acknowledge your presence also, Amy ji. Most welcome, in this panel discussion. And so before we go further, may I request to play introduction of all the panelists and European Yoga Federation also.
I feel honored to welcome and introduce our esteemed guest, Madam Lourdes Doplito Cabuk. She was born in the Philippines in 1950. She graduated from the University of Santo Tomas in the Philippines with a bachelor's degree in medical technology. She worked on art, beauty and spiritual development. In the beginning of 1980s, she received an education in yoga, natural stones and healing exercise with crystals from a teacher who was a student of Master Osho Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh. She attended lessons of various teachers in India. She gained knowledge and experience in yoga, precious and semi-precious stones in USA. From 1990 onwards, she gained experience in Hatha Yoga, Kundalini Yoga and Kriya Yoga, tutored by Yoga Master Adnanananda Siddhashram Cabuk. She attended Raj Yoga, Kundalini Yoga lessons from Guruji Dr. Hantke. She received her yoga certificate from Vivekananda Yoga School. With the encouragement of Master Cabuk, she carried out researches and studies on how to delay and reverse the effects of aging and on natural beauty. And that's how Beauty, Youth and Face Yoga was born. Since 2000, she is teaching and sharing knowledge Hatha Yoga, Kriya Yoga and Raja Yoga, Kundalini Yoga together with Youth Face Beauty Yoga in YAASC Siddhashram Yoga Center in Sicily, Istanbul. She is wife and assistant of Master Guruji Yogi Baba Adnan Ananda Siddhashram Cabuk. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome Madam Cabuk.
Andrey Lobanov is one of the founders and leaders of the yoga community in Russia, yoga master with a unique path and experience, who started his yoga practice and research in Soviet time when yoga and other oriental practices were forbidden. Andrey's school became the first official yoga school in USSR and Russia in 1983. He found a way to legalize yoga in Nizhny Novgorod region and played an important part in making yoga legal all over the country. In 1989, he founded the first yoga teachers training school in Russia, which in 2002 became the Academy of Traditional Systems of Healthcare and Human Development and got the license from Ministry of Education for yoga teachers training. He also was the first in Russia to work out yoga therapy educational courses, which were included in the curriculum in foremost medical higher education institutions. Vast experience in yoga, ancient and modern medicine, studying different philosophical and scientific systems enabled him to create a unique multi-level system called Yoga Lamp. It is based on the principles of classical yoga Patanjali, research of scientists, innovators, and original technologies and practices worked out by Andrey himself. The object of Yoga Lamp is to help modern human to govern himself and his own life, to give him effective technologies for self-exploration, self-healing, and self-development, which make him free and independent from different manipulators, political, ideological, commercial, to develop ecological consciousness, which helps us to overcome ecological crisis and save the planet. Welcome, Andrey.
Our next panelist is Miss Aryong Choi Hantke. She has started yoga in 1996 after recovered her post-traumatic stress disorder in 2001, had established yoga into World Institute of Body and Mind. She is doing interdisciplinary research integrating communication, cultural studies, psychology and yoga therapy, aiming to resolve post-traumatic growth. She finished her PhD programs at School of Media, Songang University, Korea. She is founding member of Global Consortium on Yoga Therapy, Vice President of International Association of Integrated Therapy, and member of Asia Yoga Therapy Association. She has taught yoga therapy for the severely developed disabilities, mental disorders, prisoners, terminal cancer patients, the elderly with dementia and hemiplegia after strokes. We are honored to welcome and introduce Dr. Vikrant Singh Tomar. an internationally recognized scholar, writer, and management consultant with an extraordinary commitment to global well-being. Nominated by Civil 20 under G20 as the international coordinator for the Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam initiative, he has addressed the United Nations headquarters in Geneva on the International Day of Conscience. In June 2023, he served as the global convener for the World Yoga Summit in Germany and is also the international coordinator for ICCR-nominated Global Conference on the Holistic Yoga Beyond Physiology 2023. He is one of the most sought-after speakers across India. His work has impacted over 3 lakh beneficiaries across 120 countries, including cabinet ministers, bureaucrats, defense, corporate professionals. He convenes United Consciousness Global, aiming to develop the world's first integrated manual for humanity, leads Project Self USA to promote scientific aspects of ancient Indian philosophy, sits on the board of European Yoga Federation in Italy, and oversees spiritual healing in Africa through the Spiritual Council. He additionally founded, with an academic background spanning business management, journalism, public administration, philosophy, and yoga, Dr. Tomar's prolific writing, including Rule the World as Krishna Did, continue to inspire countless individuals worldwide. So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome Dr. Vikrant Singh Tomar.
The European Yoga Federation was founded 15 years ago. Since then, our motto is unity in diversity. Please listen to the main key points.
Connect, bringing together European yoga teachers and establishing delegates and representatives for each country, considering the social differences in various countries and support the needs, equality regardless of gender, origin, sexual orientation, social class and religion, overcoming dogmatism, fundamentalism to promote universal understanding.
Promote, encouraging a yogic lifestyle and a holistic approach to life as a tool for physical and mental wellness, a more spiritually elevated, peaceful, happy and physically fit society.
Integrate and unify, integrating science and the art of yogic living, modern knowledges with ancient wisdoms for betterment of the world and global development. Recognizing, accepting and integrating the many different paths that lead to the same final goal, making sure that yoga will maintain its original purpose. Namaste.
Provide study of secular knowledge, philosophy and ancient text, Bhagavad Gita, Yoga Sutra and Veda. Study of techniques, modern developments in teaching techniques, incorporating scientific findings in medicine, psychology, etc. To guarantee a certain standard, an established graduation system to provide a minimum standard for yoga teachers training.
The European Yoga Federation wants to gather everyone who wants to be operative toward the good direction of love and diffusion of a discipline like yoga that's taught to all of us the way to peace.
Now the time has come that we start discussing about most important concern of the planet today, stress and anxiety. COVID pandemic is over, that affected the physical aspect of the humanity. But the biggest pandemic world is facing today is mental well-being, mental illness, mental concerns. Today we are going to discuss about yoga for stress and anxiety, yogic tools for the urban mind. With the advent of industrialization, globalization, more and more people from rural parts of the world are coming to urban parts. Urban countries, urban places, cities have their own challenges. Life runs so fast. Families are breaking down. From nuclear family now, from joint family to nuclear families, from nuclear families to weekend families. So now the world order, the new normal after COVID is different. Suicide has become the second biggest cause of death for the youth between age of 10 to 24 years. We have seen that WHO says that every 1/8 person of the planet is going through some or the other mental challenges. 1 billion people are affected by it. And that's why it is very much important that the timeless wisdom of yoga should approach to it. The yoga is a discipline which is timeless. But this concern of the world, which world is facing today with artificial intelligence, does the era of artificial intelligence, can it take some inspiration from ancient intelligence of yoga? So we will begin our discussion today. And in our discussion, we will start with Madam Lourdes. Madam, we have seen that in urban population, lots of stress is going on, lots of anxiety is happening. What are your first remarks to it? That it's a challenge for the people to regulate their emotions and bring clarity to the mind. How can yoga approach to it? Over to you.
Okay, first of all, the main thing that comes to my mind is complete awareness of the physical body and the surrounding around you. If you lose this awareness, you are like drowning amidst the chaos around you. So the first thing that comes to my mind of a yogi when he's asked this question of how to calm down on a chaotic situation is to recommend pranayama or breathing techniques. Breathing techniques have a range of ways to manage the emotions and responses to challenges of an individual, like the autonomic nervous system, meaning to say the parasympathetic, sympathetic, enteric system. The whole nervous system as a whole works in unity with each other, orchestrating the whole physiological system of the human body. Therefore, in itself, we are discussing yoga because the whole body works as a union, as a unity for the functioning of the physical, for the whole body of a human being. Like, for example, the parasympathetic nerve system can slow the breathing, therefore giving signals to the other system to calm down. Although this is true, it may not be a quick fix or readily be effective, meaning to say that it can be a long time effect on people who have PTSD, OCD, major depression. So we see each individual, okay, for example, our student, we analyze their situation first, and then accordingly, we can recommend some pranayama practices, because not all pranayama practices will be true and beneficial for everybody. So it is a very, very fine line there. We have to know what we are teaching the people.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Thank you very much, Madam Lourdes. You really mentioned that awareness is the tool in this age of chaos, remaining aware.
Exactly.
And you mentioned that awareness increases when you do pranayama. It helps us to focus. So this is wonderfully said. So you mentioned the importance of some breathing techniques.
Exactly.
And the audience who are there with us, stay tuned, because very soon we will open this discussion for public questions. so that everybody can be together in this discussion. First, we are collecting the words of wisdom from our masters, and then we'll open it for everybody's questions. So be ready with your questions. There may be something pops up in your mind while you are listening to it. So when Madam Lourdes mentioned about breathing techniques and pranayama, and she says that this breathing techniques help us to activate parasympathetic nervous system and calm down things. Let me go to Madam Aryong. So Aryong ji, you have been working with the youth, you have been working with different dimensions of the society. What specific breathing technique would you like to recommend for the people who are dealing with anxiety and burnt out in this urban setup? So what kind of techniques you have worked with and you found it they were very useful? Your voice is not reaching. Can you unmute, please? Now speak again. Okay, I think you may need to rejoin us, or some technical assistance can be provided to you because your voice is not reaching us, Aryong ji. May I request admin to help her with it? Until then, we'll go to our third panelist. We have Andrey Lobanov from Russia. Andrey, yoga is becoming increasingly relevant to address mental health challenges across the planet. What is that in yoga that is helping everybody in dealing with these mental health challenges? Andrey, you may unmute and speak. Andrey, please unmute and speak. Please go ahead. You can listen, you know.
Особенность йоги как системы саморазвития и самовосстановления в том, что она позволяет человеку стать независимым от внешних влияний и самому управлять своей жизнью.
An important feature about yoga as a system of self-development and self-healing is that it allows us to become independent of external influences and manage our own life.
В системе йога-лам акцент у нас делается на самопознании и развитии способности адекватно воспринимать себя и мир. И это залог стабильной психической деятельности человека.
In Yoga-lam, we make an emphasis on self-knowledge and the development of the ability of a person to correctly perceive themselves and the world, and this is the key to stable mental activity.
И для этого необходимо овладеть технологией йогического соединения, в которой участвуют психические инструменты: внимание, воля, вера, и научиться переключаться с понятийного ума на чувственно-интуитивный механизм взаимодействия.
For this, a person needs to master the technology of yogic connection, in which psychic instruments are used, and to learn how to switch from intellectual mind to intuitive mechanism of interaction.
И с помощью психических инструментов необходимо изучить себя как систему, получить достоверные знания обо всех своих структурах, кошах: физической, энергетической, ментальной, каузальной. И это дает возможность ими управлять, восстанавливать и развивать.
Psychic instruments are attention, will, and faith, and we should study ourselves as a system by means of these instruments, obtaining true knowledge of all our structures, all our koshas: physical, energetic, mental, causal, and this gives us an opportunity to manage all these our structures, to restore them and to develop.
Технология йоги также позволяет изучить окружающий мир и получая достоверные знания о нем, и из чего потом выстраивается адекватное восприятие и с ним взаимодействие.
Yoga technology also allows us to study the world, gaining true knowledge about it, and this creates a basis for correct perception and interaction with the world.
Знание себя и мира дают свободу, уверенность в себе, внутреннее равновесие, и таким образом и решаются проблемы с психическим здоровьем.
knowledge of ourselves and the world gives us freedom, gaining true knowledge about it. And this is how we can solve mental problems with yoga.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Andrey. So beautifully you mentioned that it is very important to be independent of external things and take charge of life. So yes, anxiety and stress happens more when we are too much affected by external things, you rightly mentioned. And for that, you mentioned that self-knowledge and the right perception about, you said, self and the world. If I perceive myself rightly and the world rightly, then there will be less anxiety and stress. You also mentioned, in order to perceive self rightly, you mentioned about 5 koshas, which are very much important: Annamaya kosha, Pranamaya kosha, Manomaya, Vigyanmaya, and Anandamaya kosha, which probably you will explain later. And you also mentioned that right perception of the world, so that you can rightly interact with the world, will provide that freedom. That's amazing. Thank you very much. Now we have Aryong ji. Aryong ji, I was asking you about what kind of breathing techniques you think are very much useful today, and that will help our viewers, urban viewers, to deal with anxiety and burnt out. Aha, your voice is still not coming. I suggest you to join with mobile phone then. Your voice is still not reaching us. You may like to log out and join with mobile phone, but we will be looking forward to listen from you. So you may join mobile phone so that we can listen your voice. That's okay. Yes, thank you. So now let me continue the discussion. Madam Lourdes, you mentioned about pranayama, you mentioned about breathing techniques. We got to know that you are also an expert of face yoga. So what is this face yoga? Can it contribute something? We got to know you have written a book also on face yoga. What is this face yoga? Can it contribute in dealing with stress and anxiety? Or it is only for beauty? Please unmute and speak. Please unmute and speak. Please unmute and speak.
Mute, okay.
Yes.
I said, I think so, especially the women, you know. They would love to have this face yoga very much. And actually, to say shortly, our ID, the face is our ID, second to the fingerprints, correct? So whenever we have emotions, it shows in our face, actually. So whatever emotions we have, inward, like happy or sad or depressed, it very much shows in the face as well. Also, the second most important thing is on our face, including our ears and the back of our neck and all that stuff. We have acupressure points or meridians on the face, which can activate some organs of the body and hence the nervous system as well. By doing the facial exercises, like pressuring some acupressure points on the face, doing the exercise at the same time, it can activate these points, thereby achieving a wholesome, peaceful attitude. And side effect of it is, of course, looking happier and vibrant. But first of all, I want to mention that face yoga, I started face yoga truly, and that's correct. But my main topic here is beauty yoga. I did not only introduce face yoga. The reason why I put yoga as the name there, because it was a complete system. It was not only facial exercises. It started with pranayama system. I dealt with the 3 major organs of the body that will keep you healthy and young, which are the 3 major organs that we should be keeping healthy and working very well is first of all is the lungs, because without the lungs nothing else will work, not neither the brain or the heart, you know. So pranayama or breathing techniques is very important. So the lungs, I show first how to breathe correctly, because without the proper oxygen that doesn't go to the face, then of course wrinkles start very early age, you know. So we need oxygen to the face too. So without the proper breathing, you can't have the right oxygen throughout the body. The second one is the large intestines, because the food we take in, the nutrients is digested in our the small and the large intestines. Some of them, of course, I know it's not the large intestine is for elimination, but actually the large intestine also have reflex points, like the ears. They have also reflex points. So in order to have a healthy style and a younger looking total, you have to have this complete elimination system. Like, for example, people ask me, what is a good healthy diet? I said, good healthy diet does not only concern about what you eat or organics, things like that, but also how much you eliminate. This is very important. If you don't eliminate, no matter how much organic or how much healthy food you eat, it doesn't matter at all. And the third one that I emphasize to work is the brain and the spinal system. Of course, so you have to do some asana that will activate your spine, and of course the brain to give more oxygen and blood circulation to those areas and all that. And the last portion of my book actually was the face exercises. But my printer, my book, my editor said, no, we have to put face yoga first so that people will be interested. So I said, okay, you are right. But the truth is, my book originally, the breathing comes first, and etc., etc.
Thank you very much. And be prepared, Madam Lourdes, because we are going to ask you to teach us one or two techniques of face yoga for all of us. So in the next question, in the next round of the question.
By the way, I'm 75 years old already.
Yes.
Choi is 76 now.
Yes. So Madam Lourdes is 70s, running 76 years, and you can see at her face, lots of brightness and charm is there. So she will give us the essence and the secrets of her face yoga. So be ready to teach us one or two quick techniques which everybody can use to be more vibrant in life, because physical, as Andrey said, Annamaya Kosha is also connected with Pranamaya Kosha and Manomaya Kosha. They are all connected. So thank you very much. You mentioned about emotions are the blueprint and they come on the face very soon. And face is our ID. And we will also would like to know in the next question about some acupressure points which we can use quickly to do this face yoga. So we'll be asking these questions from you. And you'll be teaching us, and three most important parts you mentioned about lungs, large intestine, and brain and spine systems to reach to that face yoga. Now, maybe move back to till Aryong ji joins us back. Andrey ji, you mentioned about these 5 koshas, and you've also mentioned about to be independent from external influence. How does the practice of asanas influence our nervous system? Because Madam Lourdes also talked about sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. And how does the practice of asanas help us to balance our nervous system, hormonal balance, especially for those who are under some chronic stress? So are there some asanas would you like to suggest us to deal with this chronic stress and control the sympathetic nervous system? Over to you.
Ну, здесь можно сказать о любой асане.
We can tell about any asana.
Если асана выполняется правильно, то в системе человека запускаются естественные психосаморегуляционные механизмы и происходит эффективное восстановление нервной системы, а также гормонального баланса и общего состояния системы человека, которая избавляется как раз от хронического стресса.
No matter which asana we practice, if asana is performed correctly, it activates psychic self-regulation mechanisms, which naturally exist in a human system. And these self-regulation mechanisms promote effective restoration of nervous system, endocrine system, and the whole human system, and reduce chronic stress.
Под правильным выполнением асаны я имею в виду не идеальную внешнюю форму, а применение метода йоги, то есть глубокого сосредоточения на энергоинформационном пространстве, которое данная поза раскрывает, она его создает.
Performing asana correctly is not about a perfect external form. By correct practice, I mean using the method of yoga, which constitutes deep concentration on energy and information which this or that asana discovers.
И тогда асана будет воздействовать не только на физическое тело, но и на энергетические и ментальные структуры. И это будет гораздо эффективнее.
In this case, asana affects not only the physical body, but also energy and mental structures, and this will be much more effective.
И такая практика асаны помогает выйти на причину стресса, обнаружить психические блоки и освободиться от них.
And also such practice of asana helps us to identify the reason of stress and to release psychic and mental blockages.
Глубокое сосредоточение реализуется с помощью психических инструментов внимания, воли и веры. И это важный принцип, которому мы обучаем в йога-лам. Удерживать объемное внимание во всем теле и локально корректировать энергоинформационное состояние организма, которое при этом использует соответствующие технологии.
Deep concentration is implemented by psychic instruments, which I already mentioned today. They are attention, will, and faith. And there's an important tip that we teach in Yoga-Lam courses. When you perform asana, expand all your attention all over your body and keep your body in this volume. And at the same time, concentrate on particular organs or parts of your body. And this allows us to restore these organs or parts of our body. And there are also special correctional techniques which let us work with our energy and information, which is in our body. But it's a broad topic, so we will not go deeper.
Thank you, Andrey. You used a word that release psychic blockages. So be prepared, because our audience are keenly interested to know about how to release psychic blockages. If I have some psychic blockages, I'm unable to forgive somebody, my boss behaved very weird with me, I'm working in corporates and I'm really stressed by the words that he used against me, and that is getting manifested on my body also. I'm dealing with work-life balancing issues also. So in the next question, which I'm going to ask you, we'll certainly want to know a technique, small technique from you, how to release psychic blockages. So as you rightly mentioned, that asana has to be dealt correctly. And you mentioned when self-regulation methods, then only when you are doing asana correctly, it will create self-regulation and work with parasympathetic nervous system and reduce the stress. And when you said correctly, it means concentration of the energy wherever, whatever you are doing, that will create an impact on mind and body both. So we'll be looking forward to listen from you. So Madam Lourdes, the question, please teach us, one, a technique of face yoga. All of us right now in very less time. And second, tell us about some acupressure points on the face, which our audience can start using just from today itself, because stress, mind and body are connected. If we reduce the stress of the body, stress of the mind will also be reduced. Otherwise, also it works. Please go ahead.
Okay, there are several ways, but the quick fix one is you rub your face, but put your fingers on the right reflex points, on the temples, on here, 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 and here, and behind the ear. Okay, those portions have to be touched at the same time. Let's put our fingers crossed like this. These thumbs will push this part at the back to empty the mammary glands, the parotid glands, the glands here, to release the toxins from there. We massage it downwards, massage with the thumb, massage it downwards, like the thumb is going like this, downwards at the back, okay? So go, 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 yes, at least like 9 times, that's enough. And then go forward. Okay, now the face, we put the points, the middle finger here, and the thumb on the temples here, and the rest of the face and the thumbs on the front here with the mammary gland, the parotid gland, not mammary, parotid gland. We shake it and we inhale deeply. Shake, shake, shake. Everywhere, shake it. Everywhere. At least 30 seconds of shaking. Inhale deeply. Swipe your hands upwards. All the way to the back. Stretch your arms backwards. And open your eyes and relax. What did you feel?
Oh my goodness. I may go to sleep. It's so relaxing.
What did you feel? I'm serious. Is it relaxing?
If you'll make me do thrice, I may not be able to conduct this discussion anymore. It's very relaxing, indeed.
Yes, exactly. There are other ways, especially in television. I go on television, sometimes some actresses say, how can I refresh my makeup? I've been on the lights all the time, you know. I want to refresh my face on the camera. I said, you don't need to do anything. I just said, stoop down with your head all the way down, okay? And then twist your head to the left and to the right with the breathing. But all your head is almost close to the floor, okay? You're twisting your head left and right with deep inhalation, okay? At the third point, when you stand up slowly with your hands on your knees, pull yourself up with a deep breath and relax. And you will see how your face will become like 5 years younger in one shot. Why? Because of the blood circulation. And then the nervous system from the cervical towards that, it gave you oxygen to the face. It's a quick fix.
Excellent.
Yes. That's it.
Thank you very much, Madam Lourdes. I'm sure that these three techniques, one you said bringing face down to the floor and then turning it here and there, and then you mentioned about probably that the next technique, third technique, if you could show us in the next question, you by standing show us, then our audience can follow later on because this video will remain available with them. So we'll come back to you with this same question. The third technique that you showed, if you can show it, then it will be really great. Maybe we'll ask the next question.
It's all in the book, and I'm looking for to translate it to Russian because it's now available in German, in English, and Turkish.
God willing, soon our Andrey ji is here. Now we have Aryong ji back here. Aryong ji, can you unmute so that we can relax?
Thank you so much.
Excellent.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, at times technology also helps you to relax.
Thank you so
very much. So the question that we had with you, Aryong ji, that what are the breathing techniques you would suggest us to deal with anxiety and this burnt out? Over to you.
Okay. Anxiety disorder and burnout, burnout syndrome, it can be very challenging. Put both of things together, it is more challenging. So for me, from my experience from mental hospital yoga therapy course, so their energy vector is completely different. The anxiety disorder can be the upward, energy upward, and their heart rate fast, but differently, in the contrary, the burnout can be they are suffer from the fatigue and their energy is downward. So in that case, we can be careful in adjusting the pranayama. Pranayama, in 4 categories, the inhale, Praka, Rechaka, Antara Kumbhaka, Baya Kumbhaka. It has different name. It means it has different functions. So when we need to combine those pranayama, depending on the patients or the anxiety disorder and burnouts. For example, in my case, we have, when I adjust the nasal breathing, one is Nadi Shodhana and Anuloma Viloma. for the burnout, in that case, I need upward, I need to increase their energies. So I use Nadi Shodhana, but for the burnout, this anxiety disorder, they need to relax. They need, if they have more praka, it is not. It is. I don't recommend that things. They need more rechaka. So I do for them. I do the anuloma viloma. So like that, when we are adjusting the pranayama, we need to carefully adjust. We need to carefully select it, tailorizing to the clients. So because the pranayama is, the effect is very strong and fast. It is really, really effective in our daily life.
Good, Aryong, thank you for mentioning that fatigue happens when energy is going downward, and pranayama can help us to upward the flow of the energy. And for that, you mentioned about those 4 elements of pranayama, and inhaling, then antah kumbhaka, bahya kumbhaka, and then exhaling. You also mentioned about nadi shodhana and anulom vilom. So maybe in the next question, if you could demonstrate us one technique that all of our audience can do whenever they are feeling stressed out, anxiety, what technique can they use so that immediate they can feel relaxed? We'll go back to Andrey with the question. Andrey, you mentioned about release of psychic blockages. So as I mentioned, I'm unable to forgive somebody. Somebody said something, it is creating lots of energy blockage in me. Maybe a guilt or something, like I'm unable to give time to my family members or anything else. There is some psychic blockages in me. Would you tell us a small technique which all of us can start practicing from tomorrow to release the blockages?
Okay.
Я готов сказать такую очень интересную и простую технологию.
I'll show you a very interesting and simple technique.
Она даже такая веселая.
It's even a little funny.
Она называется, когда я преподавал ее в Германии, в йога-виде, немцы назвали ее мантра, мокша-мантра.
When I was showing this technique in Germany, in Yoga Vidya, people called it moksha mantra.
Русские называют мантра ох.
And in Russian we call it mantra ох.
Ох. Очень простая. То есть, когда наш ум загрузился какими-то информационными проблемами, психическими проблемами, и я в безысходном состоянии.
And when our mind is full of thoughts about problems, mental problems, and our state is not balanced.
Нужно выбрать себе место где-то уединенное.
We need to find a place we can stay alone for a couple of minutes.
Немножко погрузиться в себя, сосредоточить свое внимание на своем уме.
Then we concentrate on our mind. We go inward.
И сделать серию выдохов, вдохов и выдохов со звуком освобождения.
And we do a series of inhales and inhalation and exhalation with a sound like we free ourselves.
И это делается до тех пор, пока в голове не появится такая пустота, расслабленность.
And we do this breathing until we feel emptiness in our head.
Обычно это достаточно там 10-15 таких дыханий с этим звуком.
Usually 10 or 15 breathings are enough.
Это сейчас покажу.
I will show it.
Все отпустить и расслабиться.
Release everything and relax.
В голове такая приятная расслабленность, пустота.
And there is a nice emptiness in the head.
И можно переключиться на что-то другое, на приятное. Например, создание чувства благодарности, радости, внутренней улыбки, внутренне улыбаться, как солнышко улыбается внутри нас.
And it helps switch to something more pleasant, like to create a state of inner smile, to create a state of gratitude, joy, so to create a positive background.
И был случай, когда один студент, он из Польши, у него очень была такая ситуация, когда на него давлел руководитель, он был медбратом, медицинским работником.
One of my students from Poland worked in a hospital. He was a nurse, and he had a difficult situation with his boss.
И она его подавляла.
And she pushed him and pressed him.
И он стал использовать вот эту технологию и очень быстро нашел с ней коммуникацию, язык. Она стала его уважать.
And he used this technique for some time regularly, and then he felt in a different way when he talked to her, and she started to respect him because he found a way how to communicate with her.
Потому что он стал более спокойным и перестал реагировать на ее давление.
Because he became more quiet and he stopped reacting at her like provocations.
И она не могла брать с него энергию.
And she couldn't take his energy anymore.
И у него все нормализовалось.
Thank you, Andrey. It was really nice. And Moksha Mantra or Oh Mantra, thank you for suggesting it to us. And I'm sure then the audience will do it, as you have done it with many people, will benefit them. Madam Lourdes, you, if you are comfortable in showing us the third technique that you mentioned by standing, the technique
you have to see me like far though, very, very far.
Okay, then you will disappear, madam. Let it be. Okay. You are seeing. We can see you right now. Yes.
But
you can
I need to be down though.
Okay, plus. Yes. This is okay. We can see you. Please go ahead.
Down. Yes. I have to be down.
Oh, yeah, go down. We can try to see it. Yes.
Can you see me down?
Yeah.
You cannot see me. Can you see me?
Yes, we can see
the whole body.
Okay.
The whole body.
Yes, got it.
Okay, do you see me now?
Yes, we can see you now. Yes.
Okay, wait, let me fix the camera. Okay.
Yes, we can see you now. Yes.
Okay. First of all, put this elbow. Do you hear me from this far?
Yes.
Put the elbow on top of your knees.
Yes.
Here. And lock the fingers. And let your head, only your head, fall down like this. And then with 3 inhalation, 1 on the center. Exhale. Every exhalation, you drop your head down.
Okay.
Inhale, twist to the right. Exhale. Inhale, twist to the center. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, twist to the left. Inhale, exhale. Now the second portion, your chest go all the way down here. This is for the thoracic part of the spine. The first was for the cervical, now the thoracic part. Meaning to say that the spine is, you are stretching the spine, okay? Fall down, inhale, and drop. Inhale, and drop. Inhale, and twist to the right without lifting your head. Exhale, inhale, to the center. Inhale, twist to the left. Inhale, to the center. And now the last part is the lumbar part of the spine. You have to fall all the way down. Lock your hands together with the elbows here. And see, I will twist my spine. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Now do not go up with your back. Go up with the force of your hand. This is very important so you don't hurt your lower back. Push your hand on your knees and lift your upper body slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, up. And deep inhale, and slowly exhale. And you will see even your vision becomes brighter, because the blood circulation on the eyes, the blood circulation on the eyes, the ears, when you do this, your vision becomes really brighter.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Madam Lourdes. And I'm sure that it is very much workable in the office space also.
Yes.
So the people in their office also can do this.
Yes,
You don't
in
need
fact,
much
I have
space.
invented a few exercises for people who are on the office, for people who are cooking at the same time.
Perfect. Thank you, Aryong ji. You mentioned about Nari Shodhan and Anulom Vilom. This when Andrey ji mentioned about blockages, psychic blockages, that makes people react to the situations rather responding, and they end up making things all the more bad for them. So many of the audience over here must have gone through it, that because of our reactions to the situation instead of responding, situations has become all the more bad. So would you like to suggest us something so that we can stop reacting rather than we should be responding to the situations?
Yes. 5 minutes ago, I was so nervous from the technical problems. I also tried this. So when we do meditation or we confront some very the difficult situations, at that time we need to calm down, and then our parasympathetic nervous system can be working. So at that time, first I do yoga breathing with the I always combined yoga breathing with Jalandhara Bandha. In Hatha Yoga Pradipika, they also said in Mudra chapter. So when we do breathing and all asanas combined with the mudra, we can complete. So Jalandhara Bandha, easiest way is to just tuck your chins, and then gently your mouth open, and then exhale. And sometimes most of people, when they had this severe anxiety or severe burnout at that time, if they close their eyes, they had so immediately they can have so many fears and anxiety, bad memories arises. So it makes difficult to focus on their body and mind, and it increase distraction. So I ask put some hands on chest and one belly, or sometimes the rib cage, and then inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, tucks to the chin, inhale, exhale. At that time, we can feel our body movement. It means our prana is flowing out inside our body. So we can aware where is the prana, our prana, and where is the present. So, and after that, I do Anuloma Viloma. So I usually do yoga for the handicapped, the developmental disabled, or some person has only one hand. At that time, Nadi Shodhana with one hand, Nadi Shodhana is also difficult. They cannot recognize the right side, left side, or one person has only one hand. So I put fingers here, fingers on the nose, and then inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and then opposite direction. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And when I do this nasal breathing, so the ratio of breathing is important. the praka and retaka, which part can be longer. It is an important method. This is a very simple way for in everyday life.
Thank you very much, Aryong ji. All the audience who are watching us, this is the time you can start writing questions. You can write questions privately to me also. You can write questions in the public chat box also. If you want to ask questions from a particular person, you can write name of that person also. So now we are entering next 10 minutes in an open round where you can write questions. Then in last 10 minutes, you can ask questions by keeping your mic on also. But right now, the time has come. You can start writing questions to me in my personal chat box also here on Zoom, or you can write in public Zoom, public message also. So till you start writing questions, write any question that comes to your mind. And if you want to ask from a particular person that question, you can ask that question also. Till then, let me ask from Madam Lourdes till we get more questions here. Madam, in order to bring some daily habits in life, to deal with stress and anxiety, what are the daily habits I can inculcate in my life, routine, so that I'll be less stress and less anxiety I will have? Please go ahead.
Good. First of all, as you wake up with gratitude in your heart. Thank the Creator for your being, for being able to wake up this morning, for being able to see a perfect body in front of you. And the next time, and the next thing that you can do, if you don't need to go to the bathroom or need to drink water, if you can wait for a while, just sit comfortably in your bed or wherever comfortable sit. You just close your eyes without any music, without any mantras, without any thoughts. Just be in that gratitude feeling of being. This one, you can do it for like maximum 5 minutes, which is not much. So you don't get stressed and that you have to go to work, Nothing stressful should be done. And then the first thing we should do is to get up. If you want to drink your water, and then do your yoga if you can do your yoga. If you have very little time, you can do one set of sound salutation. That's enough, of course, with the right breathing techniques. And then, of course, after the sound salutation, you will need to go for your bathroom needs, After that, if you have more time, you can do walking. If you don't have time, then put on some nice music while you prepare your stuff for work, And while you're doing this, pay attention to your actions, pay attention to your breathing while you're preparing your breakfast or while you're preparing your stuff for work. Just be conscious of your breathing so you become habitual in this breathing technique. Because what makes us older and sick is the shallow breathing. If we do this deep breathing as a constant practice, the yogic breathing as an everyday practice, we become yoga itself. We don't have to sit 1 hour, 2 hours doing yoga. My foundation of yoga is to incorporate yoga as a lifestyle, whereby one's actions and thoughts are based on the basic foundations of yoga, which are yamas and niyamas and the 6 others, according to your timing. Like Swami Sivananda, my reverence to him, says practice proper relaxation, proper breathing, proper exercise, proper diet, and positive thinking. All of it is my everyday suggestions.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Madam Lourdes. Okay, so we got many questions in public, also many questions in specific to me in chat box also we got. Are there techniques you can adopt with children to have mental health issues? May I request Aryong to go ahead with it, because you have been working with kids, Aryong. The question Sonia has asked, can you help us with some techniques with kids to deal with mental health issues?
Okay. For me, the way to let teaching my kids with ageist method, it is it is for morning and evening habit. So when they are asleep and then when they wake up, they don't need to move at all. Just while they are lying down on their bed, just to put their hands on their belly, and inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 잘난다라반다 with 잘난다라반다. 이지 잘난다라반다. Inhale, exhale. Release their anxiety. And when they feel their abdomen is moving upward, up and down, and it is also kind of a very simple, joyful movement. So, and I also combine with the Sankalpa. Sankalpa, their own Sankalpa is should be visualized. So they can do Sankalpa. They can make their own Sankalpa and with the images. So then they can say themselves, I can do it, I can do it. The image, think of myself with the what I want to be or what I wanted to do. In that case, they can be better and with the easiest way. And one of my yoga member, the developmental disabled girl, she win the prize at the self-advocacy contest. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Aryong ji. Nicely mentioned that for kids, they can start their day with hand on the belly, inhaling and exhaling with Jalandhar Bandha. And you mentioned it will be a joyful moment when they feel belly going up and down. And adding it with a sankalpa, a mental resolution, along with visualization of it, whatever they want to achieve, whatever they want to be, that will be wonderful. Thank you very much. I got a message in personal chat box mentioning that modern science often speaks of mind-body connection. How does yoga can help in practical terms? Maybe Andrey ji would like to reflect upon it. How this modern science and modern yoga reflect upon this mind-body connection better? Quickly, Andrey ji. Some practical tips for this mind-body connection is better.
Ну, согласно йогическому воззрению, человек как система состоит из кош, функциональных носителей с информацией и строением, соответствующим этим функциям. Все коши, носители, между собой взаимосвязаны и взаимозависимы. И при правильном функционировании системы они управляются из единого центра.
So as we already talked before, a human system, according to Yogic worldview, consists of several koshas. In Yogalam, we call them information carriers, and each of these carriers has its information and structure, which corresponds to its function in the human system. And they all are interconnected and interdependent. And if human system functions in a proper way, they are controlled from a single center.
И этот центр, разумное начало в человеке, связано с единством Вселенной. Эту связь обеспечивает наша индивидуальная душа, психика.
And this center is connected with the unity of the universe, and this connection is provided by a human soul or psyche.
В результате неверных действий и искаженных программ восприятия и действия, которые сформируются в незрелой личности, происходит потеря природного равновесия в системе человека и идет ее к болезни и, в общем-то, гибели.
If we take wrong actions guided by distorted programs of perception formed in our immature personality, our system loses its natural balance and it leads us to diseases and also mental diseases.
Йогическая практика нацелена как раз на восстановление вот этой естественной связи между структурами системы человека и прежде всего ее связи с разумным началом Вселенной. И при наличии этой связи система находится в гармоничном состоянии.
The yoga practice is aimed at restoring natural connections between the koshas and above all between human system and the universal reason, which keeps us in a harmonious and balanced state.
В нашей системе мы применяем технологии йоги для последовательного исследования кош, начиная с физического тела, доходя до причинностного и центра, который связывает нас с разумом Вселенского Духа. Это как раз это и есть цель йоги как универсальной науки о человеке, то есть соединение всех его составляющих кош в целостную систему, живущую в единстве с мирозданием.
In Yoga Lam, we apply yoga technologies to consistently explore all koshas, starting with physical body and reaching the causal carrier of kosha and the center of the human system, which connects us to the universe. And this is actually the goal of yoga as a universal science of man, to integrate all human structures, all kosha in a whole system that lives with unity with the universe.
Вот как раз то, что иллюстрирует. Can
you take it a little bit back so that we can see it near to your face? Bring it near to your face.
Иллюстрирует человека как с его кошами, наша матрешка.
This is a model of human structure. It's Russian matryoshka.
И каждый из них имеет свою функцию.
And each kosha has its function in the human system.
Система йоги – это как привести в равновесие все эти структуры в одно целое.
And yoga is about how to balance all these koshas and integrate them.
А как совет, такая медитация на то, чтобы, когда утром просыпаешься, приветствуешь единых мать и отца.
And as for practical tips, I can advise when you wake up in the morning, greet universal mother and father.
И потом приветствуешь всех сущностей во вселенных.
Then greet all the beings in the universe.
Всех учителей.
All the teachers.
И своих учителей.
And your teachers, your tradition.
Тех, кто дал мне возможность развиваться.
All people who gave you an opportunity to develop.
Это не обязательно какие-то великие учителя, это могут быть друзья, знакомые, книги.
Maybe they are not some great gurus, but maybe they are your friends or some people you met or even books.
И дальше как бы мы двигаемся в сторону своего учителя, своего ангела, может быть, это как раз божество, которое является твоим покровителем.
And then greet your teacher, maybe your angel or your deity, which is your protector.
И после этого как раз мы получаем вот внутреннюю связь еще с окружающим миром, то есть то место, где мы живем, страна, город. Мы приветствуем тех, кто живет в нем, как духов, как силу, тоже начало мужское и женское начало, то есть как бы Шива, Шакти.
And then we greet the masters of the place where we live, our country, our city, so the spirits of the city, and it's also female and male principles, so the host and hostess of the city. And this way we make a connection, establish a connection with the surrounding world.
Те энергии, которые находятся в моем доме.
And we greet the energies in our house, spirits of our house.
И вот такая связь, она образует связь моей матрешки с разумом, вселенским разумом.
And this is how I connect my matryoshka with the universal reason.
Thank you very much, Andrey.
Можно делать разные упражнения, асаны, но вот в этом состоянии.
And then you can proceed to different exercises or asanas, but in this state you got by this practice.
Perfect. Thank you, Andrey, for letting us know about the balancing of 5 koshas and how to begin your day with the breathing of and with the awareness of all different elements, and along with that, virtues also that we have. Madam Lourdes, a question is pending for you in the chat box. You mentioned about that elimination is also important.
Exactly.
With large intestine, please share some tips for proper elimination.
Yeah. We had a teacher in India a long time ago. He was my Reiki teacher. He said, How many main meals you eat a day is the number of times you should visit the John. But how many of us visit the John regularly? Some people, they visit the John once a day. Some visit the John like twice a week only. This is not the case, you know. The moment you eat something, according to what you eat, either meat or vegetable, there are different times of digestion. You should be eliminating this on a regular basis. Otherwise, if it gets stuck there, this is bad energy. This is tamasic. It creates tamasic energy to the whole body.
She is frozen. Okay.
To your body needs. Like, for example, people recommend supplements, vitamins, and etc. I do not recommend vitamins unless the individual.
Your voice got cut. You said, I don't recommend vitamins unless.
What?
Go ahead. Speak.
Okay. I will not recommend vitamins to each individual directly. I would suggest that maybe you should go check a blood check. Maybe you, if I recommend B complex, B12, for example, and you have a lot of B12 in the blood, which is not good. So vitamins and supplements should be taken with the doctors, you know, when you have to know what minerals or vitamins are depleting in your body. And the same thing goes for food. Whatever you can digest is the right food for you. And of course, also, I follow the rule of the blood type diet. For example, blood A groups, they are more vegans, like vegetarians, because of the agriculture system. The blood type O, they can eat and assimilate meats once in a while, and so on and so forth. So the elimination actually is eased, is becomes more easily when you eat properly what your body can digest. If you cannot digest it, then it gets stuck, then you're in trouble. So one has to listen to your body. You have to listen to your own body, and this is what I suggest. And if not, another technique, I'm saying, for example, you cannot go to the John. For example, your system is you go twice a week only. Okay, practice yourself. This morning, I will sit in the John and wait until it comes. It did not come. The next day, just sit and wait until it comes. This is by training your system to do that thing. And if you can do it twice a day, it is more healthy. If not, I said once a day is enough if you eat little, and if you eat only twice, like I eat only 1 meal a day. I've been used to eating 1 meal a day, and sometimes twice a day, but I do intermittent fasting all my life. I've been doing intermittent fasting all my life. And eating is not really our main thing in this world. Our main thing in this world is to find our true self. Eating is just to feed this vehicle, actually. So we should not concentrate much on eating. What the body needs, we should give. That's all.
Thank you very much, Madam Lourdes. So now we can open this forum for next 7 minutes exactly. Anybody from the audience can speak, open their mic and speak for next 7 minutes. The time starts now. Anybody who want to ask anything, anybody who can directly speak anything, but please assure that anybody who speaks should not be speaking more than 60 seconds. Anybody who wants to say something, ask something, but maximum time is 60 minutes, 60 seconds, so that others can also have time. If anybody wants to say something, you can unmute and speak. Do we need to be empty stomach before doing pranayama? Aryong ji, quickly. Yes, no. Yes, no.
No.
Okay. And Madam Lourdes, should we? Yes. Andrey ji, yes, no. Question is, do you need to be empty stomach before doing the pranayama?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Any other question, anybody? Anybody would like to unmute and speak now? So, because we are about to close the panel discussion, so till anybody would come up with some other question, let me just briefly introduce what we discussed and what can be the take home for all of us today. So we had this panel discussion related to dealing with anxiety and stress and what are the yogic means to deal with it for an urban mind. Madam Lourdes said that life is all about awareness. If you want to deal with stress and anxiety, remain aware. And awareness comes with awareness of the breath. And she said about pranayama. She said when you do pranayama well, it controls sympathetic nervous system and activates parasympathetic nervous system, and it slows the breathing and calms you down. And that's why it can help you to deal with PTSD, OCD, and other concerns also. She mentioned about that for this, because body and mind are connected. If you can calm your mind, that will reflect on your body. If you can calm your body, that will reflect on your mind also. In order to calm your mind, she said, face is your address. So it is your address to the world. It's your blueprint as the thumb fingerprints like this. So emotions get expressed at your face. So she mentioned about that there are various acupressure points, and if you use them properly, you know the art of face yoga, which she worked a lot on, and she has written books over it, which is in English and in German, and soon will be in Russian too. So mentioned about that. That way you will look young, you'll look 5 years younger, and you look happy. And she said there are 3 basic things if you want to start face yoga. First, take care of your lungs through pranayama. Bring oxygen to your face. She said even your large intestine is very much crucial in it. Proper digestion is very much important. And in that, how much you eliminate is a crucial thing. For that, she says that go for elimination equal to the number of times you take meal. Life is not about eating. Life has better things to do. Eating is just a rent we pay for this body. So she said that go for twice a day maximum. But if that proportion is not okay, then it will be tamasic if you are eating too much, not eliminating. Even if needed, go sit and wait. But please balance it. She said that whatever you can digest, eat it. Eat according to your body type, your blood type, and right timing, right quantity. Quantity is very much important. She said A blood group people can go for agro-base. O blood group people can occasionally have meat, and many such things she suggested also. And third thing she mentioned about brain and spine system. And she said, if you will work on all those things for brain and spine system, she showed us 3 different techniques also. First, regarding face also, she showed us that technique. Then she showed us that technique with face down, and then she's with the spine twisting. We have those techniques recorded. I'm sure you can go through the video once again and to learn those techniques of face yoga, which she has been working. She also said that wake up with gratitude. She said, sit with closed eyes and savor 5 minutes of that gratitude, what we have it. And then go for 1 set at least of Surya Namaskara, sun salutations. And she said that put a routine of walking in your life, listen to nice music, but most important thing is pay attention to your breath and remain aware. Madam Lourdes, started her talk with awareness, and she ended her talk with awareness. So awareness in life is the complete thing if you want to reduce stress and anxiety, whether it is physical or mental in nature. Then we had Aryong ji. Aryong ji mentioned about that fatigue happens when the energy is going downward. So use pranayama to upward the energy. For that, she said that inhalation, kumbhaka, anta kumbhaka, bahya kumbhaka, and exhalation of breath should be done very scientifically. She gave us example of Nadi Shodhana, Anulom Viloma also. She mentioned about repeated practice of Jalandhar Bandha. She also mentioned about importance of mudras. She said that put the hands on chest and chin and here, and then feel the chest and abdomen and feel the body movement and see how prana is flowing up. She said for the kids, morning and evening habits, hand on the belly and inhale and exhale and feel your abdomen going up and down. That will be a joyful moment. But she said, club it with a sankalpa every day. Any positive sankalpa we want to be. And with that sankalpa, like I can do it, and then visualize it. So while breathing, put your mind, your sankalpa, your visualization together, that will be transforming. Andrey mentioned about that anxiety and stress can be reduced by being independent of external influence. It is the state of mind that creates the world for us. And that righteous state of mind can only happen with right knowledge. He said right knowledge about self will give us right perception. Right perception about self and right perception about world, both are very important. He mentions the moment you have a wrong perception about world and self, it will lead to disbalance of koshas. Like, for example, if I have wrong perception about myself, it will create disbalance in my manomaya kosha. If I feel I am not good enough, I don't look good, it will have an impact on my body too. So every kosha gets affected. He brought a Russian doll also to show us that Russian doll depicts 5 koshas, and every kosha will be balanced if you have right perception. And for that, use your psychic instrument for right perception. Attention, view, and faith. Give attention to right things, see it from right perspective, and have faith in yourself and the way you look at it. And he also mentioned about 5 koshas awareness. When you are aware about all your 5 koshas, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vigyanmaya, and Anandmaya kosha, then your perception is correct. When your perception is correct, your interaction is correct. When your interaction is correct, he said, you gain freedom. And for that, you may begin with asanas. Asanas, he said, it's not only external asanas, it's internal asana also at the same time. It's not doing something, twisting and turning, but here thinking something else. He mentioned that correct asana happens with self-regulation, and self-mental regulation that affects sympathetic nervous system and reduce stress. And what is correct, then he mentioned that method of concentration of energy. While practicing asanas, where are you concentrating your energies? That will create a long impact on your relaxation. And that's why he gave us a technique for relaxation. And the technique, he said, moksha mantra. And he said that with this mantra, alone, sit a place where you are alone, go inward, have this series of this inhale, exhale for 10-15 times with a sound, and then relax. Feel that inner emptiness. And he used the word called inner smile. I love this word. Along with external smile, we must have inner smile. And he also mentioned that gratitude is must. And the gratitude begins, he said, with the breath. When you get up in morning, with the breath, connect with the universe, because this is our connection with the universe. Every moment we are connected with the universe through this breath. He said, breath, inhale your divine mother and father. Again, inhale all the beings. Then he said, again, inhale all the masters. He said, again, inhale all the Guru Parampara, your tradition. Then he said, inhale all the people who supported you. Inhale all the angels and deities you believe in. Inhale all the protectors. Inhale all the spirit of the city you are in. Inhale all the male, female energy, Prakriti and Purush. And he said, inhale the house, the energies of the house also. Connect with this universe, and that universe will empower you, he mentioned. And he said, with that, you'll be able to balance all 5 koshas and energy by and large. Dear friends, I'm sure by using these techniques, wonderful techniques mentioned by Madam Lourdes, wonderful techniques mentioned by Aryong ji from South Korea, wonderful techniques mentioned by Andrey ji from Russia, and from Madam Cabuk from Türkiye. We are sure. And somebody asked, please share the name of the book for Face Yoga by Madam Cabuk. Madam Cabuk, can you write in the chat box? Share the name of this book also in the chat box. And this video and all the techniques, whatever is being shared, will be available with us on United Consciousness YouTube channel. So stay tuned. Every month we have 2 panel discussions. One panel discussion is on environment, social and governance. Another panel discussion is yogic aspects of life. I am very happy to announce here to all of you that from 13th June to 21st of June 2026, United Consciousness along with European Yoga Federation are organizing world's biggest yoga conference, in which 150 nations are going to participate. It will be world's biggest yoga conference, because never in the history of world more than 144 nations came together in any form to celebrate yoga, but this time it is going to happen. So stay tuned with United Consciousness. Every month you'll find such panel discussion going on. We acknowledge presence of Professor Ashish Pandey, who has done amazing work in Panchakoshas. Professor Ashish Pandey has worked on Dharmapedia also. Professor Pandey, may I request you to share the link of Dharmapedia also in the common WhatsApp group? And people who will listen this panel discussion ever, do visit Dharmapedia. Amazing Wikipedia kind of work, but done on authentic scriptures. Now, may I request Amy Blasio-ji. Amy ji, request you to kindly formally close this panel discussion with few mantras that comes to your mind and bless us with your presence. Amy ji. Amy ji, if you are here, so may I invite you to close this panel discussion. We are left with 1.5 minutes. With few mantras, we will chant with you and will formally close the panel discussion. Okay. Please unmute. Yes. Yes.
Now I can. So sorry, because I'm not very well today. Yes, I follow everything. It's very nice. I thank you for this experience you had. So it's
any mantra comes to your mind, Amy ji, to close this panel discussion, we'll follow you in that mantra.
Sorry?
Any mantra that comes to your mind.
Okay.
Close this panel discussion.
Okay. Om Asatoma Sagamaya Tamasuma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurmamritangamaya Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Sarve Jnana Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Trayambakanya Jamahe Sugantim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityormukshi Amamritate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om.
Thank you very much, Amiji. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Namaste. Till we meet again. Thank you, Madam Lourdes. Thank you, Aryong. Thank you, Andrey.
Siddhashram. Thank you very much, everybody.
Very much, all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.